Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to try to return this one. He'll be out of bounds short of the 25 at the 22-yard line. Line gets set, first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Yang. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about his footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Wants to throw on third down. Going deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown Tide!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you can see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He slings it deep to the left. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Little too much juice on that one from the junior. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Dances away to buy time. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw on second down. Right down the middle. Got his man on the right. Hard-hitting tackle. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Alabama comes to the line with first and 10. Wide out in motion. He's going to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now on the option. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Takes it inside the 25. Chance for great field position. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The offense in hurry-up mode.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
They go to the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've been running it, but now the pass. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Open space at the 25. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
3rd down and inches. Everyone in the stadium knows they're going to be physical and they're going to run the football, but they still executed a good level. Not only picking up the first down, chewing up more yardage to make this drive even easier.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. On the move. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Alabama! Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, no, no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Hands it off. Runs through the tackle. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. He leaves it with his back. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. The Longhorns want to move quickly.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that 4th down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big 4th down conversion.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable, flipping forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to run this quarterback. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. The give to the tailback. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
Wide receiver shows motion. Direct snap. The Longhorns will have a 1st down. Texas calls his campus to 40 acres. This running game might cover 40 acres before it's over.
That would be a heck of a day. I don't know how many yards that would be. That would be a quick conversion. How good's your math, Reese, to try to calculate that? But they're having a lot of success, a lot of history with great running backs at the University of Texas. And this guy is having a day.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all of this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this offense. As you've seen the explosion, it's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offense is just, they got the upper hand.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes that Alabama offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know.
Going for the big play. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets it out fast. And to use that stiff arm as a sledgehammer to bludgeon his way to a few extra yards.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And here comes the offense on second down. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. This quarterback part of their running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. The corners are walked up tight. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. The throw. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're...
Pulls it in on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to take a shot. And it's caught inside the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Wide out in motion. He wants to throw. He'll pull it down. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second down, they'll take to the air. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. We've got a tie. Seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the defense will accept the penalty and back up this offense. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On the option. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Texas offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to him. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
He's back at the 31. Brings up 3rd down.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Fast motion from the offense. From the gun on 3rd down. He's right on target. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. down. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun. Give on the inside. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna let it fly. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
26.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle box, so he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. This time it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get 1st downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Scrambling away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback will audible. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Hard running there. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with a sack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throwing right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Finds space on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Using his feet to buy time. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Offense in a bunch formation. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Quarterback adapting. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that's a great stop by this defense. Second down and goal, getting the lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for third down.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. He's got it on the run. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Quarterback checking the play. They'll run it from the gun. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. Fourth down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
On the option. He'll toss it. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they've still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. At the 40, there he goes. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The running back has it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Running toward the tape. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Texas!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, look at... And now the hit knocks it loose. Corralled by the kicking team. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball at the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on the football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover.
Wide open, and it's a foot race. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Here comes that Alabama offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Alabama pushing the tempo.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Lets it go. Makes the grab. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll throw it on 1st down. Finds his man down the middle. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. A lot of urgency for this offense. He's back to throw on second down. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Working that left side now. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. From the gun. Going for it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
He leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Alabama quickly back to the line. He's going to pass on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown time! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the...
He's going for the big play. And that pass intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. Worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. They want to throw it. He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and it's a 1-possession game late. Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds away, and they will need a miracle. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
To the air on first down. He's got his man. And that is how we will wrap this one up. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out and start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David